You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons and Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 254, posted August 2020. Quiverbottom and Associates.
Welcome back to Total Jason Kill, your favorite D&D podcast, where either Jason Snell or Pieter Dragonforge will die. I'm your dungeon master.
That's a twist.
Tony Sindelar.
That's dire.
And this is one of those exciting actual play D&D podcasts where the players realize that they did not read their contracts that they signed carefully all those years ago when we started the adventure. Why are we writing this in our own blood, they ask, but they did not get an answer to that question. Allow me to introduce our characters in the order in which they are most in peril. Starting
Hi,
off,
everybody.
it's Jason Snell.
I am playing Pieter Dragonforge, possibly for the last time. He is in the arms of Bahamut. Well, no, not yet, but he is in the stomach of a crocodile, and using his last remaining lay on hands healing to keep himself from being digested, which will kill him in a couple of turns after that is done. So he's got the ticking clock inside the belly of the crocodile for Pieter.
Slightly further at the, I guess, one of the ends of the digestion track, not yet in it, I guess, in the jaws of the beast that Pieter is in the belly of, it's one Georgia Dow. Hi, Georgia.
Hi, I'm playing Acrid, Balasar, and Acrid is also sick. I'm sick, so this is Acrid's sick voice. So I'm still role-playing a voice, and Acrid has just found an egg. While she's squeezed, there we go. So, God Bahami, save me.
Yeah, this is just a
I don't
reminder.
think anything else will.
After you fight a giant crocodile, wash your hands, people. I think otherwise you get salmonella. I
think I am salmonella.
Okay.
Dragonborn. I'm just going to let you guys know if you didn't already know.
Didn't salmonella run a bail bondsmanship?
Also here, it's, in vicinity of the monster, not in super peril, like our people who are in the process of being devoured, but also here, it's Eric Ensign.
Yeah, I'm not being devoured, but I'm really distressed that so many of my friends are. So yes, plus at the human rogue.
Yeah, and also in the fray, it's Sarah Barber. Hi, Sarah.
Oh, hey, I'm playing Rizwin, the Dwarven cleric, who will hopefully maybe see if she can help Pieter from dying?
Yeah,
it's a question.
Healthcare is complicated.
It is.
Far, far, far away, not that far away, but slightly out of the immediate danger, at least out of the area of the snapping jaws of this horrible crocodile alligator beast, is safely almost in a nearby room. It's Steve Lutz.
Hey, it's me, playing Alestrin Quiverbottom, as usual, an elven ranger who tends to stay in the other room when combat is going on. And
health is a team resource.
True to form, I'm out in the hallway.
Yep.
But I'm not the only one.
And also in that hallway, in that foyer to this horrible temple room, in that the safety that is that vestibule, it is Monty Ashley.
Hi, I'm playing Melik, the Tiefling Wizard. According to my notes, I am out of encounter and daily powers, and we're facing two creatures, one of which is a lizard folk brawler, and one of which is the champion, a giant killer crocodile.
Yeah. So allow me to, it's been a little while since we played. Allow me to paint the picture for our players and our listeners again. Many of you are in the inner sanctum of this lizard folk temple where you're facing off with the champion, the so-called champion of the tribe, who is a giant gargantuan alligator/crocodile monstrosity. Pieter Dragonforge currently in the belly of the beast. Acrid Balasar currently in the jaws of the beast. You have breached this inner sanctum at the instructions of one Enda Yates, bandit leader, who is in search of 2 giant rubies, which are the eyes of one of the statues in this room.
So we found them.
People, you're in this for money. You have struck a deal with Enda where she has given you information about how to return to the surface, but she is very focused on the material wealth that is to be gained by the ruby eyes on the giant statue. At this point, you have slain many of the lizard folk warriors that were guarding this room. There is a single brawler left. He is relatively doing okay. He's not bloodied. The champion himself, you've dumped a lot of damage into him. Also, not currently bloodied. Pieter Dragonforge is a ticking clock as he is slowly being digested. Thankfully, he is tough. He's got a lot of... Usually, he started it with at least with a lot of health. He has the ability to heal himself. So, as far as people to get eaten by an alligator, he's probably the best one, right, Jason?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Really, the only complicating factor about that is the name of this sub-podcast is Dragonforge and Associates. So I'm just saying, people, there could be room on that masthead if, we're not just going to call the podcast Associates, is what I'm saying.
It's a Valerie family situation. The Connors.
It's not good for SEO.
How do you feel about Quiverbottom and Associates?
I'm not. I'll let the players fight that one out.
Quiverbottom's pals.
We might need to make sure we save Pieter, is what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
Yeah, for branding reasons alone.
Yeah.
Jason, just look on the bright side. We didn't print any T-shirts with your name on it. That would have been ill-fated. So let us just run through. We're going to jump back into combat. Melik, you are at the top of the order. You have already reminded us that you are out of daily and encounter power spells.
Yep.
Flessa will be next. The champion will be after that, followed by Acrid, followed by the Lizard Scale Brawler, followed by Enda, followed by Pieter, followed by Olestrin. And at the end of the order is Rizwin. So I'm going to try not to rush you. I like combat to move somewhat briskly, but this is a tense, high-stakes situation. You have not seen Pieter for several seconds because he's been in the inside the beast for, I think, more than a round or two at this point. So that's upsetting to you. And probably panic is starting to set in since you've never seen your leader eaten by an alligator before. So,
Always a first
Melik.
time.
Yeah, Melik. I will also remind you, I'm trying to be your friend so that if you die, it's your fault. So
That does sound friendly.
guys, I'm dealing with this grief poorly. I will remind you, breaking grabs is helpful. So Acrid is currently grabbed by the beast. So if anyone who goes before the champion has the ability to break that grab, that might be useful.
What do you roll against?
They would need to give you a special ability that would that would slide the beast or slide Acrid or something like that. So I don't know if Melik or Flessa has that option, but I'm just mentioning that here. So
I do, but I would rather put some damage into the champion because I don't think we've done enough of that. And I'd like to thank Past Monty for writing down my combat options, so I know what I want to do.
You left notes to yourself of what you should do?
Yes.
Can you run us? Are there options, or is it just like do this?
My attack plan: while there are 2 or more creatures, hypnotism on non-champion creature, D20 plus 10 versus will to make them do a melee basic against the champion with +4 to the attack roll. Otherwise, magic missile, automatic 8 damage on whatever's left. So that's what I'm going to do. I will raise my orb high and send out some cool spirals at this brawler and attempt to hypnotize him into attacking the champion for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you get to do an attack versus will on the brawler.
Not a great one. I rolled a 14.
Let me tell you, Monty Ashley, Melik,
Yes,
you know what the will of a poison scale brawler is?
I don't.
It is 14. Tie goes to the attacker. So he is going to turn, and he is going to club the champion.
Excellent. He has a +4 to the attack roll.
He rolled a 19 on the die. So, wow. And you know what? He's like really good at this. I guess he's beating you guys up a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's 16 damage.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
You know what just happened?
We
Bloodied?
bloodied that alligator?
You convinced the poison scale brawler to bloody the champion. All right, maybe you guys have a chance. Yeah. All right, good choice.
All according to plan.
Yeah, the poison scale brawler is way tougher than a lot of you are. So yeah. So that was your action, Monty, or is that a minor?
That's my action. It seems like plenty.
Yeah, it seemed pretty good. Do you want to move or do any minors?
No.
Okay, there is a sad turtle nearby if you wanted to comfort it.
Oh, you're fine, Turtle. You'll be all right. Have you ever considered taking up ninjutsu?
I think we made all those jokes last time. So.
And we're doing them again. Now it's a running gag.
Is that how it works? All right. So, you know what? Maybe this is the beginning of the end for the champion. You have finally bloodied this giant, awful beast. I feel like you at least have a fighting chance here. Eric Ensign, it is Flessa's turn next.
All right. Well, I have a note that I have Favor of the Gods right now, which I don't actually remember exactly what that does. But I like it.
It gives you a reroll if you miss with an attack roll.
Okay, good. All right. Flessa is super panicked that Pieter has been inside this giant thing for so long, and this thing's really, really giant. So I think Flessa is going to try to jump on its back and try to cut Pieter out with her dagger.
Shallow cuts, people. Cut away from you. Cut away from you is what I was always taught in Boy Scouts when I was gutting a giant alligator.
So I'm guessing like an acrobatics check of some sort to be able to jump up onto its enormous back. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. So that's a 25.
Okay. You are on its back. You have combat advantage.
Yay. So I don't know where to put myself. Like I would actually be like right in the same spot Pieter is probably. Yeah,
let's just put you there. He's a big alligator.
That's right, because I forgot he takes up
he's
9 squares.
There's some difference between the art. It's also weird where Dungeons and Dragons thinks all characters are squares, and I'm like, you know what's not a square is an alligator.
Yep.
I think of alligators. No offense. I think of you as a rectangle.
They're more of a rectangle, yeah, for sure.
Yep. All right, so
offense.
This is going to be an up close and personal, very personal sly flourish to try to slice open sort of the side of the alligator skin.
All right.
Trying to cut Pieter right out. All right. So I guess I don't need... How long does Favor of the Gods last? I'm just curious. Because that was an 18 on the die, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to...
Yes. Until the end of my next turn, and it's not my turn.
Okay. Well, I guess I don't really need to re-roll that one, because that's a lot. It's like 31, I think.
That's pretty good. I don't remember exactly, but I think you know that the beast has an AC in the mid to high 20s.
All right. So for regular
I don't know
damage,
what the lowest number you've hit on so far is, but you know.
Regular damage is 9, and then sneak attack. I don't get to reroll damage dice, do I?
I don't believe so. Favor of the Gods is only an attack roll.
Okay, so then it is 11 points of sneak attack damage.
All right, there is a spray of crocodile alligator blood. The beast kind of groans as you are like trying to cut into its side, trying to find Pieter. You are just fishing around in a decent sized hole that you've cut, Flessa, of alligator guts, but there does not seem to be currently where you're cutting any sight or sound of Pieter Dragonforge. It's a big alligator, so he could be anywhere in there.
All right. We're
going to learn a lot on this adventure, people.
But I do not have any minor actions left, so that's it for me.
All right. It is the champion's turn next. The champion kind of like tries to wriggle, and you are just hanging on, Flessa, so it can't really do anything about that. So the champion, I think, is going to focus on the large dragonborn warlord that is currently in its jaws. Let's see. The champion is going to attempt to swallow a creature in its jaws. Georgia, this is going to be an attack versus fortitude.
Can I just sprawl out just so that I'm... No? I just
You can try. Yeah, you can try. I mean, you're very fortitudinous, right?
Yep.
Well, I will tell you, you're stretching out, like you're just like, and the jaws are crushing on you and you're like holding them open. So I think you're going to be successful. 14 versus your fortitude. What is your fortitude?
18. Plus 1, 19.
All right, the jaws are like clamping and Acrid is holding strong as the jaws fail to crush down and swallow you. That's his standard action. Can he do anything else? I think he was really expecting to swallow you.
Why didn't you do that, Jason? Just not get swallowed.
Yeah, Jason. let's blame the victim, some people.
Yeah.
All right.
Peter's fortitude also 18 plus 1, but not good enough.
I think I rolled well. Let me tell you, your chances of getting swallowed with an 18 are high, but I rolled very poorly on versus Acrid. So speaking of Acrid, it's your turn. You're still in the jaws of the alligator crocodile monstrosity. I believe you could do a move action to try and get out. It is hard to get out. You can also, being in the jaws of the crocodile does not impede your ability to just attack.
Can I attack by like slicing upwards just so that he can't swallow me the next time?
He's going to try and swallow you as long as you're in his jaws. That's what he does.
Fair enough.
You gotta
I will
escape.
just attack then.
Yeah, the crocodile, I mean, he's got a limited...
Or attack. Yeah, you could just attack.
I'm going to attack
you're
just
risking...
because if I'm going down...
You could, let me just say, the attack is a standard action. The getting out of the grab is a move action. You can do both in whatever order.
I will try to get out of the grab first, and then I will try to attack.
All right. So getting out of the grab, recapping things that we talked about on last episode, but have been many weeks in real time. It is either a athletics check to try and like force your way out, or an acrobatics check to wriggle out. And I listened to our previous episode, so I know that for Acrid, you want to athletics because your athletics is much better than your acrobatics.
Yes. Sorry, can I just go through how it works? So it's 10 on it.
So you
and it's
roll...
to my strength. My strength is 19...
To get out, you're going to do an athletics check, so you're going to roll a d20, and your athletics modifier is plus 10, so you're going to roll a d20 and add 10. It is still going to be hard to get out, even with your amazing athletics.
19.
Not enough.
I got a 9. I rolled a 9.
Strain, and it's like you and the alligator in a contest of wills. It is trying to crush you, and you are not letting it crush you and swallow you. But also, you are trying to get out, and it's not letting you get out. So you're in a bit of a stalemate, which is, also you're still inside the crocodile's mouth. So that's not a great geography location to have a stalemate, but for now, no one's winning. So that was your attempted move action. You can now attack the crocodile while you're in its mouth.
I will do that with Warlord's Favor. And I'm going to attack with my vicious longsword. I hope it's scared.
I don't know if this thing is capable of fear.
I don't think it's really scared.
Hunger, anger, those are its go-to emotions.
It's not hungry right now, says Peter.
What is my +2? 21.
You are stabbing at it, but you don't, and it's hard to miss when you're inside the crocodile's mouth, but you don't know if you're doing any damage. So, yeah. All right, so Acrid, I think that was your turn. Up next is the poison scale brawler, the lizard folk, kind of who hangs out in this room and curries favor with the champion. Now, Monty, he was briefly mind controlled. Is he no longer mind controlled?
No, that's it. Very brief hypnotist. Hey, attack that. Okay. Hey, what?
All right. He turns around and he's like, "What's going on?" And he is going to attack Rizwin because Rizwin is right there. Rizwin, you have a club coming at your head.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
24 versus AC.
That will hit.
All right. He is going to hit you pretty hard. He can do that because he hit the champion pretty hard. 17 damage.
Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Okay.
Club damage.
That is unfortunate.
Join the club.
Nah. So you said 17?
Yep.
Okay, I'm not bloodied, but I am.
Right. But you're sad.
I'm sad.
All right. Enda is up next. I think I was controlling Enda last time, but I think I'll let Jason Jason do something slightly more active this time. Jason, I think you have a stat block for Enda?
I do, and she's got a special attack that she can do.
I think she may have just done that.
Okay, well then I'm going to check and see if it recharged.
Yes.
It did. So she's going to do that again.
Yay.
All right. I think it has a cool name, right?
Tumbling toss.
Yeah.
And so she's gonna make a shift because why not? Which is cool.
Yep.
So I can't move her. So
sorry.
if you
Where do you
give
want
me
her
that
to go?
power, I could do that.
Let me
Up
see
on the log. The scary, scary log that we attacked at the beginning of the battle.
She doesn't have to move. You can do that later. She can shift. She doesn't have to. She does gain combat advantage.
Yep.
What does that give me in 4E? Remind me. Tony, help me.
+2.
Just
plus two. And I don't know if she does extra. She might do extra damage when she has combat advantage.
Yeah,
she's
she
a
does
rogue.
sneak attack.
She gets extra. This attack gives her extra damage because she's an NPC. So her, her mechanic is a little bit different.
It is. It's a little simpler.
So that's 31 versus AC.
All right, so Enda kind of does like a dash sidestep around the monster up onto one of these logs floating in its pool and stabs it in the side.
She's actually chucking a dagger that sinks deeply into it because she's 10 feet away. She doesn't actually have to be over by this is a ranged
She's
attack.
not. She's actually
right next to it. It's the monster is big. So I know the square. I can draw a boxer.
Well, then let's say that she shifted back because she only needs to be 10 feet away, and that way she doesn't have to be right next to a giant monster.
Yeah. I just drew a little box because I know the art of the monster is a little ambiguous.
Okay, so
that's the space the monster takes up.
Yeah, so let's say she shifted back here.
Yep. Okay.
And that's 16 damage.
All right. I will tell you, there's a decent amount of blood falling out of that monster.
Yes.
Seems like a waste. It's all just going into this pond. Somebody should put a bucket there, is what I'm saying.
For saving for what?
Alligator blood sausage, obviously.
Yeah. Do you not know how root beer is made, Monty?
I guess I didn't.
Yep, canon. So, Jason, it is Pieter Dragonforge's turn next. You are inside the horrible beast's belly.
Indeed.
And so you are dazed. That's not great. And you take 10 damage at the start of, I think actually the start of the crocodile's turn. So you take 10 damage.
So the way this works is Pieter is in this cycle where he can use his lay on hands, which is his minor, but he can only do one action because he's dazed. He uses that on himself. He spends a healing surge. So that takes him down to 2 now. The clock keeps ticking. And his surge value is 11, which means his hit points actually go up to 15. But still, he will be unconscious in 2 turns, and then after that, I forget it's 10 damage. So he would have after he goes unconscious, I think he will have 4 turns before he's dead.
All right, I think you're gonna be
is it the bloodied value or the full value? It's the bloodied value, isn't it?
Negative bloodied
value.
Okay,
so I think he has 2 after he goes down. He'll have 2 or 3 turns, but I think we're 4 or 5 turns away from permanent death for Pieter now.
I think you're gonna make it, but you never know. Sometimes you guys roll really well and hit the big monster. Each of you hit it all on one round, and sometimes we go a whole round without a hit.
That's true.
So the dice are gonna make it exciting. Yeah, and just as a reminder, the whole deal is going unconscious is real bad. He is currently inside the belly of the creature, so nobody has line of sight on him, which means you can't heal him.
But there's a new hole, and it's just going to get bigger. I hope
bigger.
Next turn.
Yeah, just keep sawing away.
Yep.
Flessa.
So and there's also is that episode 4? A new hole?
A new hole.
But apparently this alligator is 15 feet by 20 feet, so it's going to be a lot of digging.
I think what they were referring to in that title was the hole that the Death Star has.
The Death Star does have a hole. That's true. Good point.
Why does the Death Star have a hole?
Very spacious inside, says Pieter Dragonforge from inside to no one.
Yeah. It's an important lesson. This bigger than a New York apartment in there. It is an important lesson about don't fall unconscious places where you take ongoing damage, like in an acid pit, inside a gelatinous cube. Look, if you want to fall unconscious and die inside a thing, don't say I didn't warn you. So,
stop trying to live my life for me, God.
Let me make my own mistakes.
Guess what Alestrin's going to do?
Mark the champion as your quarry?
He can't.
No,
He's
that's
not closest.
a thing I can do.
Yeah, he literally can't.
The
you want to
Brawler's
charge
already
the
my
beast?
quarry. And nope, I'm going to shoot an arrow or two.
I will say, again, trying to help you out, a strategy that you did previous episode that Alestrin was very helpful at. The beast regenerates hit points unless it takes fire damage, and Alestrin did a pretty good job at putting at least a little bit of fire damage onto the beast every turn.
You're right. I had forgotten that, but
yeah. See, I'm here to help you.
Oh, good. And
sure, I will cheer when the creature eats two of you, but I am on your team.
all right, so I will take 2 shots with, I guess I will use a Firestorm arrow.
From Snick and Snack Adventure Outfitters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm going to shoot somewhere towards the tail section so nobody gets any splash damage. So I don't want to hit...
Hey, if you have to hit Flessa with some fire damage, she's fine with that.
I don't think I do, because it's only 1 square away that it goes. So since
and
he's
I think
big,
we've established it doesn't do a ton of fire damage. It's an investment in it not regaining health.
Exactly.
Yep. Flessa can take some, because I will say, Flessa is currently on the beast. I think it's probably really hard to hit a beast that your ally is on and not do some fire damage to Flessa.
Which
this
is
huge
fine.
beast, really?
But
well,
I can shoot
around.
way back in the back,
I
like right over here.
Yeah.
So you like
He's almost
from
a square.
from the other room, you're like arcing in a parabola through the doorway. This fire arrow.
Somehow
It's
I'm able to thread the needle between 14 of my squad mates. So I'm guessing I can probably aim for the gigantic tail of this gigantic creature.
You can try.
I'm going to try. All right, so I'm going to shoot 2 arrows. This first one's a firestorm. We'll see about the second one. Oh, it's not great. Let's see. That's a 17 versus AC.
Yeah, I think you know that doesn't hit.
I didn't think it did.
Nope.
So I will use my elven accuracy.
Do you still have that? I think you
I do.
May have, okay.
No, I used up a couple things, but not that one.
All right. You've got a lot of shenanigans in that quiver.
I do.
Have you met
Quiver full of
Alestrin?
shenanigans.
Oh crap! That's only a 20.
It does not hit. Fire arrows are bouncing around the chamber as the giant beast squirms and blood spurts out of it.
Yeah, that one's actually going to rebound and hit the. Oh shoot! If I hit the brawler, then I'm going to take some people are going to take some damage.
They have.
You know what? I am going to hit the brawler hopefully hit the brawler with my rebounding longbow.
The brawler's defenses are significantly lower than the.
And this
champions.
ends up being a ranged basic attack, I guess. Oh, that's a better roll. So my ranged basic is also plus 10, so that's 25 versus AC
All right,
on the brawler.
you nail the brawler in the forehead with this arrow.
Sweet.
Which means
Okay.
that the champion's still going to take some fire damage.
He will. Yeah, we've done this before.
Indeed. So let's see. That's a D10. There it is. Okay. So that's D10 plus quarry damage plus some fire damage, which is...
Do the fire damage separate because you're going to roll it for everybody.
Oh, I forgot I had plus 1 on attack rolls with that guy. Would a 21 have hit the champion?
Nope.
Okay.
No, 23.
All right.
Nope. Higher than that.
25.
So let's see. It's going to be... Our regular damage plus quarry is 17 damage. That's without the fire yet. I haven't done the fire yet.
All right. Good news. You have bloodied the brawler.
Yay.
Good. I like it.
Yeah. And
And
then
then
fire damage?
This is fire damage, which will hit each creature adjacent to it. So
Yep.
And that's 4.
All right, Rizwin, take 4 fire damage. Acrid, take 4 fire damage. Poison Scale Brawler, take 4 fire damage. And Champion, take 4 fire damage.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and you know what? I still have another arrow coming.
What?
Yep. And this one's going to be Firestorm as well, just because
How many
I get
of
a
those
plus
you got
one
left? Just out of curiosity.
After this, it's going to be 18.
What?
It was that package deal. It was like Snick and Snack's Costco equivalent.
Yeah.
You sold me 30 of these things, Tony.
That's too many.
Then there's a footnote from Stan Lee saying what episode that happened in.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
It's the
Nice.
All right, and that was on the Champion?
That was on the Champion.
Yeah.
All right, roll me damage.
Isn't it max damage?
Yeah, it's max in this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Fourth
sorry.
edition.
Haha. I know
So-
how Dungeons & Dragons work.
Oh, yeah,
I am
fire
a
do max,
dungeon master, if you will.
So in that case, he will take 17 regular damage. I'm sorry, 13 because this is a twin strike. And then he'll also take some fire damage.
All right, Pieter Dragonforge, it feels warm where you are.
Is it max fire damage too? I mean, it's max damage. It's
I would say it's max fire damage.
Oh, okay. Then he'll take 6 fire damage as well.
Does everyone adjacent to him take 6 fire damage?
No,
Where did
because
he
I shot
hit
him in
him?
the back end.
Oh,
it was
okay.
it was an arcing arrow. It went over and hit him in the back.
You know
and
what?
that's right. Those arrows are also +1, so take 1 more point of damage.
All right. You know what? The Champion does not look great. You know what? Pieter Dragonforge, take 6 fire damage.
Okay.
He's inside the thing.
Wouldn't
I'm
he
a
be
me-
protected from fire because of flesh?
You'd
Just
think
asking.
so. Turns out there's a lot of holes in this Champion at this point.
Is it like heat damage? All right.
It's fire damage.
All right. So that should have been 24 total. Did you get that?
Yep. Yeah.
Excellent.
I will say the Champion is smoldering. His tail is actively, I mean, I guess it's not ongoing fire damage, but let's just say thematically, his tail is on fire and burning, and scales are dripping off of him.
Awesome.
Flessa has cut several holes in the right side of the Champion. Enda has peppered the left side with blows. And Acrid is still in the jaws of the Champion, holding them open, keeping them from swallowing. Also, there's one Poison Scale Raider there who's still really good with a club.
By the way, Tony,
yeah?
I forgot. I was using a magic weapon there, so I get some additional damage on a critical.
How much additional do you get?
1d6, which is a 2.
All right. Everything I described is still true, but it is 2 points of damage worse. Theater of the mind. Rizwin, you are face to face with a hulking Poison Scale Brawler. He's bloodied. He's angry. He's a bit confused about why he just clubbed the Champion, and he's next to you.
Okay. By the power of Agma, Solinnor's hammer! On the Brawler, of course. Which is a natural 20.
Max
sweet.
damage plus your
Max
magic
damage
weapon.
plus my magic weapon. Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm excited about this.
Yeah, let me
It's
tell
resounding.
you, when 2 players roll criticals in a row, that's a good sign, right? Pro
So-
tip, Dungeons and Dragons players, roll criticals.
Roll more
See,
20s.
2d6 plus 7 is
Why
19.
didn't you tell us that before?
And then Resounding Wardencrad plus 1 is 2d6. So on critical, I do an extra 1d6 thunder damage per
Nice.
plus. What does that mean? Oh, and I guess it's only 1 plus. So I will roll 1d6.
Mm-hmm.
Great. An extra 1. 1 of thunder damage.
And how much was that total then?
20.
All right. The Poison Scale Brawler looks like he has had better days.
Let's see. Do I have any minors that I feel like doing? I don't think I have any minor actions. I can't remember if I took my second wind yet. I might not have this encounter. It might have been the previous one. I did not record that. I think I did use my second wind already, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
So that's that. I'm gonna try and take out the Brawler some more next turn.
All right. Melek the Wizard, you still linger in the next room.
As the Brawler reels from that attack, he looks up, and his eyes are caught by that same spiraling from my orb. I rolled a natural 22. That's pretty
Oh my
good.
goodness.
However,
Holy Jesus.
your spell doesn't do damage.
No, but it is a 30 versus his will. Please attack the champion with a melee basic attack with +4 to the attack roll.
All right, the Brawler turns, his eyes looking like pinwheels, and he launches himself
Hypnotized.
in the air and comes down with both hands with his club on the champion's head. He got a plus, let's see, I rolled a 10 on the die, and his attack is plus 10 is a 20, but then you give a bonus
4.
to 24. He whiffs and lands where he was standing, looking very perplexed as to why he just attacked in the direction of the champion. All right, Melik, anything else?
Oh, this is unacceptable. However, I will accept it.
Wow.
I am done.
Twist.
Yeah. Flessa, you are clinging to the back of the champion. You are gotten a lot of crocodile gator blood in your vicinity. It smells bad. You think you might hear the muffled mumbling of Pieter Dragonforge from somewhere beneath you.
I'm going to try to make this hole bigger by with a flourish.
Yes.
A very sly one. I'm basically sawing away. I'm not sure if this dagger is actually serrated, but I'm treating it as if it were. That is not a great roll. Let's see. Do we have any pluses to attack right now?
I
we have some bonuses
I
to
used
our... And the favor of the gods was only until the end of Rizwan's turn, so that is gone. Well,
yeah, unfortunately, it's gone.
That's a shame because I only got a 20. So even with heroic effort, that would not be enough to hit it. So I'm not going to waste my heroic effort.
Okay, can you do anything else, Flessa?
I don't think so. Yeah, I've already used all of my minor actions, so all I have left are at wills.
All right. It is the champion next. Pieter Dragonforge, you take some digestion damage.
I do. Flessa hears Peter's kicking and muffled groaning from inside. Stop. He is now unconscious because the ticking clock just got pushed ahead because of the fire damage. So Peter's out.
Oh, no.
I am a cruel and unforgiving monster. Jason, what negative value are you at right now?
I'm at -1.
And what do you have to get? What do you have to get to? What do you not want to get to?
23. So I actually have 3 ticks of the clock now. Next one will take me down to 11, then down to 21, pending fire damage, of course, which might accelerate it further. And then that third one is gonna get me, or possibly the second one.
Yeah.
Does he have to take death saves too?
No. Yeah. I guess I do. That'll be fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah, I'm going to get killed one way probably before the other way, but yeah, we could try that.
Yeah, Jason, maybe you'll be digested, maybe you'll fail death saving throws. Yeah. So,
pick your poison.
We don't all get to die peacefully in our sleep. Some of us are slowly digested to death by giant crocodile monsters.
In our sleep.
Yeah. So, speaking of crocodile monsters, Acrid, you are still in its jaws. It is going to try and add to its belly. I rolled a 12. The attack is plus 12, so I rolled a 24 versus your fortitude. I think that's bad for you.
That's bad for me.
All right. You are swallowed. You are going to take, that's also bad for you, 10 damage. And are swallowed. You are dazed and inside the crocodile.
Do I see Peter?
Yeah, there is an unconscious Pieter Dragonforge.
This could be good.
I guess.
Can you shove him out?
Was it?
She can heal him.
End?
I can grab him and take him out. If I see light, do I see light where Fless has been hacking?
There's no light here.
Do you have a healing potion?
It is very. I need to be
potions?
really clear here. It is extremely dark inside the crocodile.
Oh, yeah, we should have handed her a healing potion before she got swallowed.
These things
That might have been a good idea.
Tony, you said there were holes to let the fire in.
Okay, these things are watertight. So
they were.
But how did he take fire damage?
All right, there's one. All right,
Teach the controversy, people.
Do you still have any inspiring words left? Because you don't need to see him for that.
That's true. Is that true?
Yeah.
Does that help?
It's a close burst.
Oh.
Yeah, it's healing.
My healing word is also
I
a
have
close
two per
burst.
encounter. I think I've only used one.
Well, she would have to use that as her only action on her turn while taking 10 damage.
This is
Speaking
true.
of your turn, Acrid, it is your turn. You are
there we go.
dazed inside a large monster, so you only can take a single action because you are a bit, you're a bit disoriented. It's dark in here. You think there is something that might be Pieter Dragonforge or the partially digested remains of Pieter Dragonforge in here with you. You yourself are probably not doing great.
Not doing great.
What course of action would you like to take?
Can I use an action point? I have one left.
You cannot use action points when you're dazed, I believe.
Yes.
Okay,
that's
well,
true.
I'm going to have to keep myself alive then. I have to use a healing surge. Am I able to do that while I'm dazed?
Do you have a spell that gives you a healing surge?
Yeah, she's got inspiring word, or you could just use your second wind and then save the inspiring word for later.
I will use my yes, I will do what Erica says because she is always right.
That is a good life principle. So you do a second wind, which you can do once. It's basically an encounter power. Technically, it gives you a buff to your defenses. It's unlikely you'll be attacked inside the belly of the creature, and you gain a healing surge.
Yeah, and if she heals Pieter, he starts from 0, right?
The challenge is yes, but the challenge is the Acrid only gets a single action. So.
Yes, but that resets the clock is my point. So as long as she's still around,
I can use it on
clock
him
would start
instead of
ticking.
me once.
Yeah, but
and
her clock
survive.
is also ticking because she's going to take 10 damage every time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did the egg go in there too?
Yeah, I've got my egg with
Yeah, it's in
me
your
now.
pocket,
I'm
so it's in there.
sad.
Yeah. All right.
Is this one of those
I'm a
things where
little
you have to keep
embarrassed that when he squeezed me, an egg fell out, though. Just letting you guys know.
It's like you're
A
a
little
junior high
embarrassing.
kid trying to keep an egg alive for a week.
Yes. Yeah.
The Poison Skill Brawler is next. He is. There's a diminishing number of targets in here. So Rizwin, let's see. The Poison Skill Brawler could club you, or he could grab you. I think he's gonna try and grab you. You're a dwarf. You don't look that fast. The grab is really bad.
He can try.
He grabs at you. 23 versus reflex seems pretty good.
Yeah, that's gonna grab me.
All right, let me find my big dice for this. You are going to take 11 damage as he grabs you. He is then going to use Crushing Grasp. He squeezes. 16 versus Fortitude doesn't seem super threatening for a dwarf.
Hold on one second. My Fortitude is technically only 15, but I do think I actually have a plus to it.
Oh, if you just spent a healing surge, sorry, not a healing surge, second wind, you've got a bonus to it, I believe.
Yeah,
Or
second
no,
wind
you didn't
gives you-
spend as...
Oh, you
No,
did.
but is it over only a round, or is it because I think I used it during this encounter?
Yeah, then you'd have it for the rest. Or
I
wait,
think
no,
it's just for a round.
till the start of your next turn. Yeah,
Okay.
it's just for a round. You do have a plus 1 to everything for this encounter.
Okay, then that would be enough.
I think, isn't that still a 16, which you rolled?
Oh, an attacker wins.
Yep.
Ugh.
And that's
Sorry.
not
Curses.
that's not AC, is it? 'Cause-
It's Fortitude.
That is Fortitude.
shoot.
I have bad
Shoot,
news, Rizwin.
indeed. Uh-oh.
The Poison Scale Brawler, angry about this whole situation, squeezes you really hard with its Crushing Grasp for 17 damage. How are you doing?
I'm now unconscious.
Oh no.
I am at -8. That's not good.
Pieter is inside giant alligator. Acrid has joined him, and Rizwin has just slumped to the ground.
Yeah.
Wow, things are real complicated here for Dragonforge and Associates.
I feel like Alestrin and Melek might just
Go
head
on their
off
own
on
adventures.
new adventures.
Yeah, just them and that turtle.
Let's ride these turtles on out of here, Melek.
Yep.
Woohoo!
This is my first turtle rodeo. And Yates, as controlled by Jason Snell,
Yes.
a character that you're going to get increasingly friendly with. Should this not turn out well for you, it is your turn.
Enda has recharged her thing again, which is really awesome and very lucky. And so she's going to attack the champion. That's a 23.
23. This is attacks AC.
Yeah.
That does not hit the Crocodile Beast AC, which is a little bit higher than that.
That's it.
Pieter Dragonforge, death saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Great. That's fun. That's a fail.
It is not fun.
It's a fail?
What?
Yep. So that's one strike against
Strike
me.
one. Strike one.
Oh, there's strikes.
How
Okay.
many- how many
That
strikes
resets when
does
he heals
get?
as well, right?
The traditional
So-
3.
Yeah. There's a bird that's angry that you were dying.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Let
wow.
that be a lesson to you, Tony.
You've angered the birds.
I do that all the time. Olestrin, you see Rizwin crumple to the ground. You've seen Acrid disappear inside the jaws of the creature. Flessa still clings to the side. You are perhaps concerned about the effect of fire arrows.
I am
will you
concerned. I am concerned. How are you pretty bad off, Acrid, in there?
But we need them to. I mean, he can't recharge. He needs to take fire damage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we need to kill this thing.
I have 17.
I
so-
agree with that.
All right. Well, let's shoot an arrow.
After much deliberation, Alestrin decides
You know,
to
they
shoot
say
arrows.
they call them rangers, but they really don't have a lot of range to their
We don't have
attacks.
anything else that does fire damage, so
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
hey, when Snick and Snack give you a 30-pack of arrows, like, it's, you know, you don't want to, like, let your leader die with being like, well, I wanted to have 16 arrows to spare.
Yeah. I'm
These
out
are
of
all Chekhov's arrows. They all have to be fired at the third
every
act.
one of them.
I'm out of reshoots too, so let's hope this flies true. It didn't fly that true. That's a 21
No.
versus AC.
Not true enough.
So the first one is a miss. The second one, I'm going to shoot the Brawler.
All right,
Because I suspect his AC is lower.
Let's just take a moment. Hold on, before you roll the die. At this point, I would probably have Acrid and Pieter hand me their character sheets if they were nearby.
They're not.
Because there is a lot riding on this. A lot rides on this second arrow from Alestrin. This is a lot of everybody's fate is riding on Steve Lutz, a person you could always count on. just you know, one of the most
Good
reliable
old
people
Steve
I know.
Lutz. Good old Steve
And really,
Lutz.
just remember, sure, it comes down to a die roll, but this is really about Steve and his value to us as a
Emphasis
friend and a person.
die. Thank you.
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think I'm going to shoot the Brawler because I think
All
my
right.
chances of hitting him are better, and then we get the splash damage, and then at least we don't regenerate.
Yeah.
Although it will do less damage overall to the champion, but I think that's the way to go. So
I think I've told you that the champion would theoretically regenerate. Have I told you how much he regenerates?
No.
I don't think so.
It's worth it to not have him regenerate.
yeah. Okay. So Brawler.
Oh no.
Not good.
That is
Oh,
a
no.
16 versus AC.
Let me just check, but I don't think that's going to do it. His AC is 17.
Oh.
should've
No. Does he have
Oh.
any pluses?
Wait a minute. I'm shooting a Firestorm arrow, so it's +1.
Oh,
Hey!
hey!
The tie goes to the attacker.
It's a good time to remember that. Okay. So, let's see. He is my quarry, so he'll take some quarry damage as well as regular damage. So, before the fire, that is 9 damage.
All right, he is sad.
And he will also take some fire damage, as will... That's 5 fire damage.
Now, I think, unfortunately, your unconscious friend is also going to take fire damage.
That's all right. I don't think it's going to take her
Probably.
below
It will not take me to death. Yet.
All right, and you have done 5 fire damage to the champion, who looks... The champion is kind of staggering around at this point.
Oh, and it's +1 to damage too.
Would Peter still take the fire damage, or has Acrid pushed him so far down the gullet of this beast that he's away from the fire?
Peter is only going to take the fire damage when you attack the champ. The fire damage that Peter took was when the
champion took it.
When the arrow hit the champion.
Yeah,
got it.
It did not. Let me just wait. The champion took fire damage because the champion is adjacent to the brawler. Jason took fire damage when the champion got hit because he is adjacent to the champion inside the champion.
I'm the
but you're adjacent
in the
to the champion. Yeah, you're the So you
he's the turd in the turducken.
Yeah. All right.
Did you get that
pretty
plus
soon
that
in
additional
too, Steve?
I did.
So.
I did get that
damage?
extra
Good.
one.
Okay, good.
I think the tur is the outside.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
I'm the end.
This fight is obviously things are challenging. Rizwin is unconscious and slightly on fire. No one has seen Acrid or Peter in a little while because they're inside the beast. The Brawler is standing over the unconscious Rizwin, but the Brawler looks peppered with arrows at this point and relatively on fire. The champion is kind of staggering around. It's like everybody in this room just looks like they have just been beaten to heck and back. And it's really just a question of who's going to land the killing blow on you guys or on them. So, yeah. So, speaking of killing blows, Rizwin, death saving throw.
Oh, no. What did it roll? 1d20?
Roll a d20. Hint, roll high.
It wasn't high. It was an 8.
All right. Check. That's strike 1.
Okay.
That's a saving throw, right?
Yeah.
How do we stabilize in this? Is this a heal check?
You are within Enda's aura, I believe, so you get +2 to saving throws.
Then that's a 10.
10
that's
is
pass.
Enough.
Mm-hmm.
Is a success. It technically, I think they don't in 5e there are successes. In 4e it's just not failures. So
yeah.
In 5e,
That's
if you got 3 successes, you're up. In 4e, you just need to not get 3 strikes. Steve, if you could look up the rules for doing stabilizing, in case that is important. Well, it's when it comes around to your turn, that would be appreciated.
Sure.
I can probably do it because I'm unconscious.
Yeah, one of you.
Yeah.
Melik, you are part of the increasingly small number of
associates
of conscious. Yeah, the associates are. You know what? Maybe that wouldn't be such a bad podcast name.
Yeah, it's friendly. People are like, oh, I like associates. I'm sticking with the plan. Is the Brawler still awake?
The Brawler is still awake.
Hey, dummy. 29 versus your will. Please finish off the champion for us.
All right, the Poison Scale Brawler kind of staggers around. He's just swinging his club wildly. He's got a lot of blood and fire in his eyes. It's not clear if he even knows where the champion is anymore. He is swinging. I did not roll very well. I rolled a 20 plus the 4 that you give is a 24.
Again.
Is not enough.
All these 24s.
Yeah.
He doesn't get an extra plus for having.
Is that within Enda's aura? Does
somebody?
Enda get?
No, it's just saving throws.
Yeah.
That's my turn. Keep it moving.
Blessa.
I'm still sawing away because I feel like there's nothing else she can do. Nope.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I mean, can I use a move action to like feel around inside and see if I can grab somebody's hand?
Yeah.
Even if that'll take some acid damage, I don't care.
Give me a. He doesn't have acid in his belly. He's not acrid.
Well,
so,
he's
I mean,
not
he
We
does
all
have
have
the
acid in
stomach.
our stomachs.
well,
Tony.
but not like he doesn't have like sulfuric acid.
Right.
I'm just like, don't eat that stuff. But like, yeah. You know what? Give me a nature check.
Sure.
I was gonna say dungeoneering. That felt
Because Plaza knows all about nature. That's a 20.
huh.
Go figure.
Yeah. You know what? You grab Acrid's hand.
All right, I'm pulling.
I grab Peter.
Okay. Oh.
I'm strong.
All right.
I'm slightly singed.
Yeah.
All my hair's gone, but I can still.
I holler, I've got somebody's hand.
I don't think the hole is big enough to fit a Dragonborn yet.
Well,
it's okay.
we'll see.
I'll slowly birth my way out.
I only need one hand to keep sawing with on my
Pass
next
the
turn.
egg out. It'll be
All
yours.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
It is the champion's turn. Pieter Dragonforge, you take 10 damage. Acrid Balasar, you take 10 damage.
What kind of damage am I taking?
Stomach damage. I think it's just damage.
Am I a
damage.
little bit immune as I am a
It just says damage.
Dragonborn?
I think it is just damage. I think you're also being like crushed by its digestive system. So
Fair enough, fine.
10 peristalsis damage.
yes, thank you. What does this guy do? I think
He attacks the Brawler.
No, I think it's gonna go for Flessa.
Try to buck me off like a bronco.
Yeah, the champion is reeling about. A lot of it is just soaking out of it. At this point, I need to make clear that the champion is not in good shape. The champion
I will
is
point
going
out
to.
I have a firm handhold on something that is literally inside him. So
You know
that's
what?
like one up.
Here's what you
bucking
get. You get Flessa. You have partial cover from its bite attacks because you're on him. But he's still going to try and attack you, and he has reached.
They're not very flexible. I'm just
No.
going to say it. Crocodiles really can't reach behind them.
That dice was jacked. Also, it was really high. 8 plus 14 is 22 versus AC. You have +2 to your defenses because of your cover, Flessa.
I have +2 to my defenses because of my cover.
I have written down that I have
Okay.
+2 to AC. I think that was also during the Death Surge.
If I used Bastion in defense, which I thought I did, I'm not sure. You listened to it before. She also gets a +1 bonus to all of her defenses from me.
Yes, you did. I have that in my notes. Okay, so my AC is 20. My +1 for Bastion to defense brings it up to 21. I also have a note that I have a +2 to AC for the rest of the encounter.
From Shield of Faith.
From Shield of Faith.
Yep.
And I don't know if that stacks onto the top of Bastion of Defense.
I think it does.
If it doesn't stack with that, the cover would, so you're good.
Okay.
So the
Yay, Bucks.
champion is rolling and reeling and trying to snap at you, and you are like just staying behind its head. Blood and bits of burnt crocodile are going everywhere. Acrid, you start your turn in the champion's belly. Are you still conscious?
I'm still conscious.
Congratulations. What would you like to do?
With your one action.
I'd like to pull my way out by grabbing hold of Flessa, and pull Pieter out as well.
I am going to suggest that you attack the champion and try and make that hole bigger. I would recommend using some kind of weapon.
What is the AC of the champion's soft, squishy inside?
That's true. I feel like
amazingly,
that's a good point.
Still 25.
What?
Oh, that's really
Also,
unfair.
that seems sketchy.
You'll have combat advantage because by finding Flessa's arm and hand, you are now flanking the champion. How do you like that?
Nice.
I'll take that.
I was trying to
It's
figure
flank.
out. Well, I was like, "There's no way she's gonna find anyone." And then she rolled a 20, and I was like, "Okay." It took me like a minute of thinking, what will be the mechanical advantage of that? Because the hole is too big to just like pull someone out. But there's got to be some advantage. She found somebody inside the digestive system of a crocodile, and you know what they found? They found flanking. That's what they found.
Okay, good luck to me.
Good luck to you. 25 is the number to hit.
Get a bunch of pluses.
Drop that die. I got 26.
26. You stab out with your longsword and are like, I guess, kind of sawing/cutting, trying to make that hole bigger. Roll me damage.
10 plus 6, I will do 16 points of damage. I don't think I get any other bonuses.
groans and slumps to the ground, to
Oh,
the
sorry,
surface
wait.
of the pool.
I get plus
No,
1,
it's fine.
2,
Georgia.
3.
It's enough.
Georgia, it's dead.
Oh,
Let him
sorry.
talk.
Okay.
It's dead.
You interrupted the monologue.
I was done. The beast sloughs to the ground. Blood and guts pour out of the various holes, but especially the hole
Pieter's
that
and
Flessa
Acrid's.
started on one side and Acrid's finished on the other. And Acrid, I suggest you use your move action to pull you and Pieter out of the
Does
guts.
she have a move action? now that it's dead?
Now that you're not restrained, yes. You guys kind of slide out of the guts. You know what? I'm not even sure.
Peter's looked better. In
fact,
well,
also you're still unconscious.
even though Peter has fallen in the sewer multiple times, this is worse.
This is worse.
Yep.
Speaking of which, since the crocodile or whatever it is dying, wouldn't it evacuate anyway? I'm not sure you guys need to use that move action.
I feel like that's still the long way. I mean, there's a hole right here.
Steve, are you saying that the crocodile gets to use a move action?
He's taking his final move action.
Yeah. The Brawler is next. The Brawler surrenders.
Somebody stabilize me.
Nice
the Brawler has 5 hit points left.
We won't kill you if you help me pull my friends out of the pool. Maybe.
The Brawler throws his weapons down and kind of looks like he's going to shuffle away as quickly as he can. All right, here's the challenging thing. Pieter Dragonforge is still doing death saving throws. Rizwin is still doing death saving throws. Acrid is pretty badly hurt. Alestrin and Melek are fine. Also, that turtle is great. That turtle's just doing great back there.
I'm just chilling.
There's still a trapped turtle, which we got to do something about when we're all done with this.
I'm 5 damage away from dying.
Somehow, you have snapped victory from the jaws of the crocodile monster. I did not think that this was going to be how it was going to go. Things are still not great in terms of the people that are unconscious, but are at least not inside the digestive tract of monsters. And of course, just because you didn't die here in the fight with the champion doesn't mean that you don't have a long path back to the surface with many of your daily powers spent. And, Pieter Dragonforge has seen some things. Even if he is alive, I don't know if he'll be the same person ever again. To see if they will make it back to the surface, to see how they have been shaped and transformed as people, for answers to questions such as those, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end.
Woo! Wow.